everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Just about ready to go. Towing the slab in today's game. Kevin Gossman. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
So a man at first, and here's the catcher, Ben Rice. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Judge over at first with one away. Swings and misses. Flailed at a splitter in the dirt for strike three. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. He'll circle the bases. It's 2-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And a swing and a line drive into right field. And that is that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, George Springer. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
They say you win. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Hauls it in for the out. So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
One strike.
And a strike. One out, base is empty. This one in the air. Free. Squeezes it. 2 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Swing and a foul out of play. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Addison Barger getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. And that's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time, he scores. And they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. And now a man into scoring position.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it and it cost him.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. High throw to first and he can't reach it. Safe! In comes the run from second. It's 2-2. And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Varsho needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. Over to first. Inning over. And we're in the second game of this division series. And the batter now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Gosman back to work. That one fouled off.
Yeah, making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Inside, almost got him.
Oh. 2-2.
At the belt and fires. Got him looking. And one out now. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at-bat right there. Didn't give much to him until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boo.
Lucas makes the grab, 2 down. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Foul ball there.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. And there's a ball. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. So digging in, Jose Caballero. Hit in the air out to center field. Varsho moving under it, and that is that. One hit. Back now in Toronto, Anthony Santander at the plate. To the left side, but it is well foul. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
Had some real trouble with the pitch there. That's one he should have had, and that essentially turns that leadoff single into a leadoff double. Takes away any chance of neutralizing it with the double play ball. Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Judge sizing this one up. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And it comes in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with one away. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And that one gets past the catcher. And the runner holds. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react.
Now this down the right field line. Fair ball, should be extra bases. Throws to second, rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Springer on at second with 2 down. And makes the play, and that's out. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, Trent Grisham. Hit hard on the ground to short. Handles, throws to first, and one away in the top of the third. Aaron Judge at the plate. Singled and scored his first time. Outside, ball one. Gosman, a 6'2 righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. And 1-2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Pitch misses there. 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him.
Oh, gets dirty to first. And very nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there. And the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. High fly ball out to left field. Santander in position. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the DH, Addison Barger. Check swing, and he went 0-1. This one lifted in the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Swing and a foul straight back. This to third. Throws across the diamond, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho, just off the outside edge, and that's ball 1. Lifted in the air, out to left. Bellinger makes the grab. That is the... And we're back. Here's Cody Bellinger. And a foul ball.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. In one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Fires over to Guerrero. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. So man in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. And we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. Here's the 0-2. Jazz goes down on strikes.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Cut on and lifted in the air, Lucas. And that'll do it. Back here at Rogers Center, now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. Splits the plate. That's strike 1. Got him swinging for the strikeout. couldn't catch up to the heater.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All three pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And it is gone. He'll touch them all. And they add to the lead. It's 5-2.
Pitching for the New York Yankees.
Next to hit, Ernie Clement. That's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
The ball.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
McMahon fires over to first, and that is out number 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner,
Make the catch. Flip to the pitcher is in time, and they do get the third out. The inning is over. Toronto won on this homer. It's now 5-2. This is the American League Division Series on the show. Gausman back to work. He swings and fouls one off.
you know, these Yankees definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Lifted in the air, right field. Lucas under it. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. And now the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Liner, base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Caballero leads off first with one away. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Varsho moving back for it. And that one is out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-4. It's Aaron Judge now. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Fought off foul. Still only one out here in the inning. Judge comes up empty there.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Swung on and fouled off, and he'll need a new bat. And the 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. 1 at 5-4. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Jays really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's a strike. 0-1.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. In the air, center field. Grisham sizes this one up, and there's one down. Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, Addison Barger. And that's through there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Ground ball left side could be two. To second, there's one, and that's two.
Leading off for the Yankees, left fielder Cody Bellinger.
And that one fouled off. And fouled off. Fouls it back with two strikes. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. Another homer. He's done it again.
Pitching.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Both two in this one.
Yariel Rodriguez.
That one ripped, but foul.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the first out. And now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
0-2.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Goldie in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Into center. Varsho on the move. Got it. Nice grab. And that's the third out. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. 5 apiece. We're in the second game of this division series. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And another ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That one missed. And that one pulled foul. On the ground, out to short. Whips it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Varsho up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Just off the inside edge.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Brendan Little.
Little chopper rolls foul. Chop to the left side. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. And a foul ball. All tied up here in the late stages of game 2. Way out front for strike 2. Movement in the Bluejays bullpen. Tommy Nance getting ready to go. Fisher also getting ready. And that skips in the dirt. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see.
Ball 4.